You look stunning. And more than a little scared, which fucking pisses me off because it's me you're afraid of. Though why I still can't fathom. No one should look that good after a full day's work. You're dressed so professionally. Will you be comfortable walking a couple of blocks, or would you like me to drive us? It's a lovely evening. It's perfect for a short stroll. The first apartment we're going to look at is just down the street a ways. Like most of the buildings I manage, it's a dual-purpose type structure. There's businesses or professional offices on the lower floors, and executive apartment suites on the upper floors. This one, in addition to being close to your work location, has a favorite restaurant of mine on the street level. After we view the apartment, we can grab a bite to eat. No, there's no need for you to pay. The owner and I are friends. We have an arrangement. Well, this is the first place. What do you think? Nice commute to work, right? What's the matter? Why are you trembling? Cold? Well, that's a bold-faced lie if I ever heard one. It's nice and warm out tonight. I wish I knew why in the fuck you're so afraid of me. Well, let's get you inside then. It almost seemed like the building itself upset them, or triggered a bad memory maybe. What is it going to take for them to feel comfortable enough around me to actually talk to me? I meant to ask, how's your back? Are the wounds still tender where that wannabe Dom struck you last night with the flogger? Well, that sounds good. Sounds like another lie. I'm sure they hurt like hell. But if that's the way you want to handle it, I'll let you have your way. For the moment. This apartment is on the 4th floor. Let's use the elevator. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath with a den and a nice veranda. If you like to cook, you'll appreciate the kitchen. According to the architect, it's a gourmet's dream. Well, there's a reason why I sound like the sales brochure. I read it right before we met up. My interests lie with the property as a whole, not the individual components. Are you warming up now that we're inside? It's down here on the end. It's been empty for a while. They just finished a pretty extensive refurbishment. The new carpet smell in the bedrooms is pretty bad. I've asked them to see what they can do about airing it out. My assistant thinks I've lost my mind because I've taken such an interest in these vacant properties. Either that, or he thinks I'm overextending my holdings and need to pinch every penny. The kitchen is off to the left, and it opens into the great room. Since the great room overlooks the city, you'll have an amazing view while you putter around the kitchen. There's vertical blinds built into the glass walls, so you can have privacy at the touch of a button. The fireplace is natural gas. The switch is here. so you'll have ambiance anytime you want. The guest bath is here. Guest bedroom is there. Both are decent sized, I think. Why the fuck aren't you saying anything? I feel like an idiot prattling on, but I'm getting desperate. I really want you to like this one. The master bedroom and ensuite is through here. It has a small seating area which could be used as an office area for your schoolwork. What do you think? You haven't said much. Speechless, huh? I'd rather accomplish that in other ways. Like this. Go slow, Mercer. Give them time to protest. We can't kiss. You're joking, right? Seemed like we did a damned fine imitation of kissing just then. You feel good in my arms, Ember. Why do you run from me? I would never hurt you. That doesn't make any sense. Why would liking me be a bad thing? I swear you talk in riddles just to confuse the hell out of me. Why do we need to be in a public setting? Are you afraid to be alone with me in the apartment? Why? Unlike that horrible excuse for a dom that you scened with last night, I would never act without your consent. You knew I meant to kiss you, and you kissed me back. Then what is it? You don't trust yourself? You're confusing me, Ember. I'm glad I'm a temptation. I want to be more than that. But we'll shelve that discussion for a bit. I can't push you so hard when you're this skittish. What do you think of the apartment? Will it meet your needs? Exceeds your wildest expectations. Oh, great. At least one thing is going right. Let's grab a bite to eat downstairs. Why does it feel like for every step forward with you, we take two backward? That kiss was fucking hot, but I feel you pulling away again. Damn it. Were you married long? I need to get you talking to me. I can't afford to slip up and reference something I found out from the PI. Did you love him? Was he a high school boyfriend? Ah, well, if he was the banker for the small town you grew up in, he must have been much older and used to calling the shots. No, we don't have to talk about it, but sometimes it helps to confide in someone. The restaurant is right through here. I have a booth reserved for us in the back. It has a view of the street. We can people watch. this work? Good. So, tell me, how did you discover cattails? One way or another, I'll get the details out of you. Unless I'm missing something, your fear of me stems from your last relationship and not me at all. I need those details, so I'm not walking through a minefield. Well, I'm not big on small talk. What's the point of discussing drivel just to avoid silence? Mr. Mercer, it's nice to have you in the house. What may I bring you and your friend to drink this evening? Ember? An iced tea for me, please. Yes, sir, right away. Now, please answer my original question. Why did you join a BDSM club? And why cattails? I don't understand how your roommate, thinking you needed to start dating, caused you to join a BDSM club. I also don't understand why they have a right to push you into anything, but that's off topic. Okay, let's take all that one step at a time. Why don't you want to date? I'm not sure I agree with that. Dating doesn't necessarily mean you're searching for a long-term relationship. I think some people date just to go out and have a good time, but we can agree to disagree on that one. How did your roommate's insistence that you date end up with you joining cattails? Ah, now we're getting somewhere. You were curious about the dynamic and needed a way to handle all those troublesome needs without the entanglement of a relationship. It's telling that you hadn't known about the lifestyle until your roommate started talking about it. What about the dynamic interests you? I see. Yes, I agree. It is comforting to have expectations clearly defined. What can I get started for you? Ember? I usually get a steak or seafood. I'm not a big pasta fan, but I hear it is good here. I'll have the ribeye tonight. Very good. I'll bring your salads right out. Now, where were we? Me? Oh, that's easy. At the club, thanks to the wristbands and the interest inventories we all fill out, everyone knows exactly what my sexual preferences are. It takes away the awkwardness of having to explain to a perhaps vanilla date that I get off on tying them up and flogging them. Exactly. Imagine being out with a guy, and as it starts to get intense, he asks if he can blindfold or gag you. Well, chances are you're going to run to the nearest police station. Tell me about your experiences at the club. Have they been as fulfilling as you'd like? The truth of the matter is, I'm lonely, Ember. My professional life can be all-consuming if I let it. I've tried vanilla relationships, and they aren't satisfying. I felt like we clicked. Your interest inventory and mine match surprisingly well. About the only difference was I'd like to eventually settle down. You're not interested in a committed relationship. I get that. But what about a steady play partner at the club? Can I get you anything at the moment? Very good. Enjoy your salads. I'm pushing too hard. Just think about it. Your answer about the club won't impact the offer of the apartment. The two subjects are mutually exclusive. You can take the lease to an attorney of your choosing to make sure you're comfortable with the tenants. I can assure you, it's the standard lease that's used with all the renters.